Hey, I'm Tim from Zen of Birds, here with Melissa again today. And today we're at Woodman Pond in Hamilton, New York, just a few miles from Colgate University. And this is a great spot for waterfowl. Our goal for the day is kind of what it always is, right? To go out, see as many great birds and as much other wildlife as we can see, get some good photographs along the way, and see what we run into. Just rules of the road. Any photographs, any still photos that you see are photos that we're taking right here this morning on our trip. Okay, so let's get started. Okay, so the setup here at Woodman Pond is that there's a good stretch of the pond that's along kind of this secondary road. I don't know if you can see it here in the background. So it's a great, and it's not a busy road, so it's a great place to walk along. So the plan is that we're going to walk along the road, see what we can see in this section of the pond, and there are birds coming and going all over the place, not just on the pond but in the marsh area around the pond. It's really great. And so we're going to walk down there, and then we're going to come back up to the other end, and there's a canal trail, an old canal trail here that we're going to follow, and maybe go around the south end of the pond a little bit through there. So let's get going. Okay, so we just got out of the car a few minutes ago, and looking here at the pond, it's really active here this morning. So it's a really great day to be at Woodman Pond. We've already seen some ringneck ducks. We saw Canadian geese, of course, Canada geese, of course, they were here. Red-winged blackbirds, of course, they were here. And another couple of ducks that were too far off that we couldn't really identify. So that's cool. We're off to a good start. So we were just hanging out here checking out the ducks and the waterfowl out on the pond, and we turned around, and here's this cute little bird critter swimming up the really ditch. It's kind of a marshy area. A little muskrat. Pretty cool. And he stood there and sat there in the water and looked at us for probably 30 seconds or more, and then just dove under and went away. It was kind of cool though. Nice to see. Okay, so walking back up here from the pond, we're headed back to up to the canal trail right now, but we've seen some pretty cool birds. We've seen some sparrows along the way, song sparrows, and then we just saw a couple of downy woodpecker over here together, and we're not sure if they were fighting or mating, but you know, it's such a fine line, right? You never know. In any case, pretty cool birds to see, and it was pretty cool to see them doing whatever they were doing. So why are we at Woodman Pond today? Well, it's kind of early mid-April, and it's a great time to see migrant waterfowl. A couple weeks from now, we're still a few weeks away from the big, migration for spring. A few weeks, we'll have tons of warblers to chase, but for now, we're trying to catch what we can. And Woodman Pond is a great place for that. It is kind of well known in the county or in the area as a place for like waterfowl. You see all kinds of different things here, and so it's a great place to come, and it's a great place to kind of walk along the trail. It's just a great place. So as we're walking along the towpath here, we're just seeing tons of birds. Unfortunately, they're all kind of the same birds. We've seen just a ton of red-winged blackbirds today. You saw another downy. There's another downy right there. And what's that up there?
A squirrel.
That's a squirrel. I saw it was a flash of white. But so it's just downy woodpeckers seem to be out today. And we've seen a ton of song sparrows too. We're hoping to get a better glimpse of the water up here. I've never been here before, so I'm not sure if we're going to get it or not, but let's see what happens. There's something I love about just waking up in the morning and going out birding, right? the afternoon, I mean, the birds are more active, right, than they are in the afternoon, so that's part of it. But there's just something kind of peaceful about waking up, leaving the house a little bit early, getting out there, and going birding. I don't know, what do you think?
Yeah, and just the sunshine on the water, and
Yeah.
and I love walking along these towpaths.
Towpaths are great.
Yeah,
I mean, here in central New York, there are tons of towpaths and canal paths that just make it like easy almost to get out and walk around a little bit. Behind me, I don't know if you can see, but the canal trail here, it goes into this wooded area, and we're coming up here and I could see a bird kind of in the path. So I got a picture of it. It's not the best picture, I'm guessing, because I was out here in the light shooting into the dark, but it was a wood duck, which was kind of cool to see a wood duck kind of in the woods. So we just saw a couple of chickadees jump up on our branches here. And chickadees are a really common bird, right? I mean, it's hard to get excited about them, except that, isn't that really what this whole thing is about? Why we do this? I mean, you know, we call ourselves Zen of Birds, and you have to ask why. I mean, what does that even mean? And I think a day like today kind of encapsulates that, right? It's like you're getting out there in nature, you're out there among the birds, and you're really, you know, just there. I mean, that's what you're thinking about. You're not thinking about all the other things that are going on in your life. You're just thinking about, you know, the birds. And even if it's a chickadee, it's still kind of cool. What do you think?
yeah, and I think also just the time of year. It's like you see that, you know, winter is finally broken, and we're seeing the glimpses of spring and foliage.
It's pretty cool.
So it's still a little chilly, but it's a good time to be out walking and
Yeah. So it's
enjoying
just
nature.
about being there, right? It's like being out there and just feeling it in the moment. So I'm not going to look down on chickadees. They're a cute little bird. Okay, so I think that's going to about wrap it up for us today from Woodman Pond. We actually saw quite a few birds today, right? We saw bufflehead, a lot of bufflehead,
Ringneck duck,
ringneck duck, tons of ringneck duck, right?
probably 60 Canada geese.
God, more than that. It was just tons of Canada geese, and of course the things that you would expect, right? Red-winged blackbirds, robins. We saw crows,
Chickadees.
but we saw a chickadee. But we also saw some other cool stuff, right? We saw wood duck.
Right.
We saw some mergansers. We saw 3 or 4 downy woodpeckers.
And a muskrat.
A muskrat and a grackle. We saw a grackle. But yeah, the muskrat, that was pretty cool. Yeah, that was pretty neat up close like that. Sorry, car just went by. But yeah, what other birds did we see? I know we saw more than that, right?
Song sparrow.
Song sparrow, we saw a bunch of song sparrow.
Tree swallow.
Tree swallow. So all told, it was really a good day. Did we see any birds that were like unusual? Like, not necessarily, right? The wood duck, kind of, a little bit, right? And we probably didn't get a great picture of that. Did we see any warblers? No, we didn't see any warblers. We're still a little early for warblers, but I will say this, coming out of the off the canal trail here, or towpath, we did run into a guy, and that guy said that he had heard that somebody saw their first warbler, a yellow-rumped warbler here
And a pine.
yesterday,
Was it
and a pine warbler as well. So, you know, whether that was here or not, I don't know. But here's the thing: the warblers are starting to come. Right? We're right there on the edge of warbler season, and we're so looking forward to it. So. That's coming up. In any case, today was a great day, I think, right? Beautiful day to come out and go for a walk, to go birding in the morning. The bird song was just incredible.
Amazing, yeah.
Just lots of bird sounds that were fantastic. So another successful day birding. You know, and if you're near Hamilton, New York, definitely come by Woodman Pond. The road by the pond is nice to give you a view of, you know, any birds that are out there, but take the time to go and walk the towpath around the south end of the pond. You definitely won't regret it. Okay, so thanks for stopping by. Don't forget, if you want more bird resources, stop by our website, Zen of Birds, and we'll put some other links in the description here today. Maybe a link about a wood duck, so you can get an idea what they're all about. Some other stuff. Okay. All right. See you soon.